Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my second channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about something that has been a hot topic, a very, very prevalent source of conversation on Madden Twitter. And this is about the pack strike that's going on. I know many of you guys who are watching probably already know about this, but if you do not, let me fill you in. There is a pack strike going on, which essentially means we are not buying any bundles. No giving more money to EA, because Madden 23, while I think gameplay has been pretty solid, has been an absolute shit show the last few weeks. Whether it's pack odds, whether it's rerolls, whether it's glitched content or late content, there's been a lot of problems. People not receiving XP. The list goes on and on and on. And if you guys have been playing the game seriously, you know that. And so a few creators have banded together. I say a few, but it's turned into pretty much every creator, minus a select few. And we are striking against EA until we see some material change. Now, this is something that started on Twitter and it has blown up on Twitter. It was actually trending, I think, at like number 5 at one point nationally. And so it's not every day that the tiny little Madden community has a topic that is trending that big worldwide. I said nationally, but it was worldwide trending. And so let's get into some of the details. It all really started with this tweet from Xerxes. Now, many of you guys probably know Xerxes. I know Xerxes. He's my boy. I do love Xerxes, and we're going to get into a little bit of drama involving Xerxes after this. But he said, retweet for awareness, myself and other creators in the community have decided to go on a pack strike. With the massive issues going on in Madden 23, we need changes. Don't buy points. Here are the things we want to see changed. Join us to make this happen. Hashtag pack strike. And so the main things that were a part of this pack strike: better rerolls, better pack odds overall with bundles and toppers. $100 version of a promo bundle should be enough to complete a master/full legend. Solo rewards with BND Champion Fantasy Pack, or at least top set pieces that can be added into the sets to help NMS players. And so all these things on the list are very fair. And I think, again, if you've been playing the game this year, you might notice that when these promos are released, these top-end players are very expensive. And so if you're not spending a lot of money, you're not going to get them. And then on top of that, even if you are spending some money, in the past, buying one bundle was usually enough to get at least one champion. This year, that's not the case. You might buy 3 Legends bundles and still not have enough for Michael Vick or Herman Moore, and that's a problem. On top of that, there are not solos that are offering rewards like they used to in the past. Every time there's a new promo, there's at least one set of solo challenges where at the end, you're guaranteed a non-auctionable or tradable, or this year it's called BND player. And so if you're no money spent, and even if you're some money spent, for a lot of these players, they're just out of reach, and there's absolutely nothing you can do other than sell the rest of your team in order to afford them. So all this stuff is very fair. Now, I had to chime in my 2 cents as well. I said I can get behind the pack strike, but I also want to propose additional demands. MUT Champs on all Madden, MUT Champs top 100 rewards, and an all Madden seasons leaderboard. Now, I feel like all the demands that were made thus far in relation to the pack strike were just about rewards and essentially sets, menu, things like that. You know, and that's not something that I'm necessarily that interested in when it comes to gameplay. Those things matter, but I also think there are some logistical changes that should be made to the game in order to keep players more engaged. First things first, I think an all Madden leaderboard is the #1 most important thing. I don't know anybody that plays all pro seasons. I don't like playing on all pro seasons. Any Madden player who's good at Madden wants to play on the highest, most competitive difficulty level, and that's all Madden. So they're playing all Madden seasons. There's no record that is kept track of. There are no Super Bowls that are kept track of. After every season, it's like restarting anew. And that's not fun. It's going to cause burnout, and people are going to get bored. So that's the #1 thing I really want. Now, on top of that, I also really want MUT Champs to be elevated back to the way Weekend League felt in years past. Weekend League is what kept me engaged over the last few years in Madden for the entirety of the year. This year, it's MUT Champs. You have the full week to do it, which is fine. But they essentially took out all type of rewards for getting extra wins. And so if you're not a mid-tier player, it's not exciting to play. Like, nobody really cares about MUT Champs anymore. It doesn't feel competitive. It's on the all-pro game mode, which, again, is not the competitive game mode. And then on top of that, there are 0 top 100 rewards. I haven't even checked the top 100 leaderboard this entire year because there's no point. There's no rewards. Nobody's sweating. And so what's the point of even playing it if you're going to get the same rewards you would for just doing some solo battles and head-to-head? And so those are the things I wanted to see changed. I know a lot of other people, again, were focused on more of like pack odds and rerolls and stuff like that. But I think we can all win here, and I think this strike might be able to bring about change in all the areas we want. And then I woke up today. And today was about 2 days since this pack strike started. And I saw Xerxes, who started the pack strike, had bought all the new cards that just came out in the promo today and was going to post a gameplay with them. Now, again, I tweeted at Xerxes. This wasn't at all meant to be a type of shot at Xerxes, but I basically said, can't lie, Xerx, this is kind of a fold. No point in leading the charge on the pack strike if it's just business as usual at the first opportunity. Can't preach solidarity with the little guy and then get all the new cards anyways. Striking is easy when you already have millions saved. And so as you guys can see from this tweet, I mean, the reception was pretty positive. We got a lot of favorites, a lot of people agreeing with me. And Xerxes, actually, me and him have talked off stream, and he says he agrees with me too. And he didn't see it from that perspective, and he has since deleted his tweet and understands why buying all the new cards, spending millions of coins day one of a new promo on the heels of starting a pack strike is just not a good look. And despite all the, I guess, agreement with what I was saying, there was a lot of people who did not agree and actually got very angry. People who were tossing me L's, as you can see there. L. A lot of L's. L take. A lot of people saying L. Another L. Even people like Barry01 saying, you are so dumb, it's unbelievable. Or Kirsten Hins, who said, LMAO Maze, you ain't that stupid, are you? And so, I mean, this inflammatory comment, which I didn't think was inflammatory in the first place, really tended to upset a lot of people who felt like I was misunderstanding the fact that Xerxes didn't spend money. And I understand that. A lot of the comments were saying, well, it's his job. What do you expect him to do? And I followed up saying, everyone's saying content creators still need to do their job. Like, isn't a strike by definition specifically not doing your job? Like, that's what a strike is saying, I'm not going to do my job until I get what I want. And so I do want to clear a few things up in regards to this. Like I said, me and Xerxes have already cleared this up ourselves, and we're all good. But I do want to clear up the fact that just because he didn't specifically spend money today doesn't mean that spending millions of coins on this over-expensive program is okay. The whole point of us striking in the first place was to change the promos so they're not exorbitantly expensive, right? And I don't even know if I pronounced that word right. But that was the whole point. So then the leader of the strike is going to just continue going on business as usual, despite not spending points. To me, just wasn't right. And a good comparison that I think of it is if Xerxes were to start a strike against Starbucks and said Starbucks coffee is too expensive, we're not buying Starbucks coffee until they lower the prices. And then the next day, we see Zerk with a Starbucks coffee, and it's like, Zerk, I thought we were boycotting Starbucks coffee. And he said, no, I bought it with my rewards points that I had saved up. It's like, you know, like, sure, technically you didn't break the pack strike, but if we're going off of like principle, especially from the leader of the person who's leading this whole thing, you know, I think we got to be a little bit better than that. And like I said, Xerxes, I believe, understands that, and I think me and him are on the same page here. And other people, though, I mean, we're blowing this up way out of proportion. And so to kind of clear the air as well, I tweeted out, I folded on the pack strike and bought a bundle. I couldn't help myself when I saw Xerxes had all the new cards already. I didn't pull anything and was so pissed, I hammer-fisted my setup and shattered my desk. This is on you, Xerxes. Now, clearly, this isn't my actual setup, and this was a joke. Some people didn't get that, but I think most people got that was a joke. And, I mean, everything's all good. But the fact of the matter is, and I do want to speak to everyone else, is if we actually want to enact change and we actually want to get EA to realize that we're not really standing for this anymore, we can't be feeding into the promos that they're releasing. We can't be spending 2 million coins to get the newest card every day, because then nothing's going to change. And whether you like it or not, coins in Madden do have monetary value. Okay, I almost see it like a form of cryptocurrency. Now, obviously, it's not the same, and I don't want any fucking nerds in my comments saying, well, technically, it's not. Shut up, okay? The reason I say it's like a form of cryptocurrency is because even though you're buying packs and then you're selling the cards from the packs to get coins, you're essentially, when you buy bundles, you're essentially transferring your money into coins, and then you're going to spend those coins in the virtual market of Madden. So whether or not you're actually using points to get these players today, if you're spending a crazy amount of coins, if you're overpaying on that level, it is still the same to me as essentially spending money, because that's what you're doing. You're spending coins which have a monetary value, so you're still kind of taking part in this marketplace and spending money. Now, you can agree or you can disagree, but I did want to create a video, post it on my second channel, talk about it a little bit, let you guys know, and be a little bit more casual about it, because I know you can't always get across your ideas over a tweet, especially when you're limited to 240 characters. And so that about covers it. Let me know in the comments if you guys are participating in the pack strike. Let me know if you want me to continue to participate in the pack strike. I wasn't too passionate about this from the start, but I am participating, and I do want to see change. So if anything that can help, I will continue to help. And that's going to do it, boys. I'll see you guys in the stream later. Peace out.